Winnie-the-Pooh. Edward Bear, known to his friends as Winnie-the-Pooh or Pooh for short, had made up a little hum that he sings every morning as he does his stoutness exercises.
Ta-la-la-la-la, ta-la-la-la, rum-tum tiddle-um-tum, tiddle-iddle-tiddle-iddle, tiddle-iddle-tiddle-iddle, rum-tum-tum tiddle-um.
He stretched up as high as he could go, and then tra-la-la, tra-la, oh, help, la, as he tried to reach his toes. After breakfast, he says it over and over to himself, and now he hums it right through. While he was humming this hum to himself and walking along gaily through the forest, he came to a sandy bank and saw a large hole.
Ah,
Said Pooh, rum-tum-tiddle-um-tum.
if I know anything about anything, that hole means rabbit,
He said,
and rabbit means company,
he said,
and company means food, and listening to me humming, and such like. Rum-tum-tiddle-um.
So he bent down, put his head into the hole and called out.
Is anybody at home?
There was a sudden scuffling noise from inside the hole, and then silence.
What I said was, is anybody home?
Called out Pooh very loudly.
No,
Said a voice, and then added,
you needn't shout so loud. I heard you quite well the first time.
Winnie-the-Pooh took his head out of the hole and thought for a little, and he thought to himself,
There must be somebody there, because somebody must have said no.
So he put his head back in the hole and said,
Hello, Rabbit. Isn't that you? No.
Said Rabbit in a different sort of voice this time.
But isn't that Rabbit's voice? I don't think so.
Said Rabbit.
It isn't meant to be. Oh,
Said Pooh.
well, could you very kindly tell me where Rabbit is? He has gone to see his friend Pooh Bear, who is a great friend of his. But this is me.
Said Bear, very much surprised.
What sort of me? Pooh Bear. Oh, well, then come in.
So Pooh pushed and pushed and pushed his way through the hole, and at last he got in.
You were quite right.
Said Rabbit, looking at him all over.
It is you. Glad to see you. Who did you think it was? Well, I wasn't sure. You know how it is in the forest. One can't have anybody coming into one's house. One has to be careful. What about a mouthful of something?
Pooh always liked a little something at 11 o'clock in the morning. When Rabbit said,
Honey or condensed milk with your bread.
he was so excited that he said,
Both. And then, so as not to seem greedy,
he added,
but don't bother about the bread, please.
and for a long time after that he said nothing, until at last, humming to himself in a rather sticky voice, he got up, shook Rabbit lovingly by the paw, and said that he must be going on.
Must you?
Said Rabbit politely.
Well,
Said Pooh.
I could stay a little longer, if you...
And he tried very hard to look in the direction of the larder.
As a matter of fact,
Said Rabbit.
I was going out myself directly. Oh, well, then I'll be going on. Goodbye.
So he started to climb out of the hole. He pulled with his front paws and pushed with his back paws, and in a little while His nose was out in the open again, and then his ears, and then his front paws, and then his shoulders, and then—
"Oh, help!"
said Pooh.
"I would better go back. I can't do either,"
said Pooh.
"Oh, help and bother."
Now, by this time, Rabbit wanted to go for a walk too, and finding the front door full, he went out by the back door and came round to Pooh and looked at him.
"Hello, are you stuck?"
he asked.
"Here, give me a paw."
Pooh Bear stretched out a paw, and Rabbit pulled and pulled and pulled.
"Oh,"
cried Pooh.
"you are hurting." "The fact is,"
said Rabbit.
"you are stuck. It all comes,"
said Pooh crossly,
"of not having front doors big enough." "It all comes,"
said Rabbit sternly,
"of eating too much. I thought at the time, only I didn't like to say anything. Well, I shall go and fetch Christopher Robin."
When Christopher Robin came, he said,
"If we can't pull you out, Pooh, we might push you back." "You mean I would never get out?"
said Pooh. Christopher Robin nodded.
"But I want to get out,"
said Pooh.
"Then there is only one thing to be done,"
he said.
"We shall have to wait for you to get thin again." How long does getting thin take?"
asked Pooh anxiously.
"About a week, I should think." "A week?"
said Pooh gloomily.
"What about meals?" "I'm afraid no meals,"
said Christopher Robin.
"because you need to get thin quickly, but we will read to you."
A tear rolled down Bear's eye as he said,
"Then would you read a sustaining book, such as would help and comfort a wedged bear in great tightness?"
So for a week, Christopher Robin read that sort of book to Pooh, and at the end of the week, Christopher Robin said,
"Now."
So he took hold of Pooh's front paws, and Rabbit took hold of Christopher Robin, and all Rabbit's friends and relations took hold of Rabbit, and they all pulled together. And for a long time, Pooh only said,
"Oh,"
and
"Oh,"
and then all of a sudden he said,
"Pop."
just as if a cork were coming out of a bottle. Winnie-the-Pooh was free. So, with a nod of thanks to his friends, he went on with his walk through the forest, happy and jovial once again.